What is up, YouTube? We back at it with another great video for y'all. So if y'all don't know by now, I'm Raph Aquatics, aka Raphael, and we're here back again with this aquascape I'm about to do. But I was explaining how I'm going to aquascape this, as you guys will see in a minute. But before that, I want to open something up. I just got a package on Amazon, from Amazon. Let's see what it is. I'm pretty sure I know. I don't know. I can never know because I'm always ordering things, you know. And let's see. Oh, I see. Ah, this is great. So this is the Hikari Bites. Here, let me open this up for you guys real quick. So I will definitely be using these soon. Stay tuned. I'm going to probably use these in like the next 2 videos or so, because I'm going to breed bettas. So once them fries start popping up, I'm definitely going to use these. That's gonna be their food. But yeah, let's get right into. So here's the setup so far. And currently I ordered some cholla wood, which is right here. So we're going to put that into the tank. And right now I have 2 Java ferns, as you guys can see. Let me zoom out a bit. So I have 2 Java ferns. I have that Anubias in the back with the rock, as you guys can see right there. And then I have my Java moss. Actually, no. It's Christmas moss, correction. That's Christmas moss. So I have my 2 Christmas moss, which we will use for this beautiful bonsai driftwood we have right here. And we're gonna make a tree out of that. And in the middle, last but not least, we have my 2 Monte Carlo, which will be my carpeting plant. This is going to be the home for my crystal red shrimp and for my betta. I'm going to first try to get the crystal reds and then the betta. That way there shouldn't be any issues with them coexisting in here. I have all my tools right here. I have my TDS meter, as you guys can see. I have some root tabs, which I've already placed in there, but we'll probably add a little more later on. This is bee shrimp. We'll just leave that there. We're not gonna use that yet. Some test strips, and then my Easy Green fertilizer from Aquarium Co-op. Great stuff right here, guys. And we're going to use 2 gels. If you guys don't know by now, these are really good. Really good for attaching the moss to the tree. So this is really good for that. Alright guys, so before we can move on, we had to go back over here to my 40-gallon tank where I'll need some things before we can continue with the bonsai tree. So first I'm going to need its leaves, so I'm going to use this Christmas moss I have in here for the leaves of the bonsai. And I'm also going to take out this Java fern I have in the back to use as a part of our aquascape in the 10-gallon, since it doesn't look too good in here. But yeah, look at the fish, they're all happy to see me. I'm also going to take off that decoration, the samurai decoration in the back. I'd rather have a bunch of plants back there for the background. A little bit of my setup here, I got my marine land filter, as you guys can see, and my LED lights, which have the RGB colors that the plants need and love to be able to photosynthesize. But alright, that's about it, so let's go. Alright guys, so basically what I first did was I put the Java fern into the tank, since I'd rather leave it in there instead of letting it dry up while I aquascape. So now what I'm doing is I'm splitting up the Christmas moss into small bits. That way I can use those patches and glue it on piece by piece onto the bonsai. So I started off with the back and I put a bunch of little beads of glue all over the branches, so that way the Christmas moss will stick evenly throughout the branches of the bonsai driftwood. So as you guys can see, here it is. I'm slowly doing it piece by piece, starting from the back. I recommend you guys be careful when you guys are doing this. Try not to glue your hands onto the branches like I almost did at one point. And take your time with it, you know, just go piece by piece, you know, don't try to do too much. So right here I had to go back and get more Christmas moss, you know, just to be ready. And honestly didn't use that much Christmas moss. Around 2 small balls of Christmas moss were enough to fill up most of the tree. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure to leave a like and a comment, you know. I try to explain everything as much as I can, and if you guys have any questions still, I would love to answer your questions in the comment section. So now what I did was I took everything to the sink and I gave it a quick wash because I didn't wash the bonsai tree or the cholla woods yet, so it's always good to wash everything before you add to the tank. So now what I did was I started taking all the plants out, everything I had inside the aquarium, and getting my tank ready for aquascape. So I started to, you know, even out the substrate, and I started to slowly put all the plants in the area that I wanted them to be in. So, you know, this is the time lapse, so it is a little fast, but you know, I used some tweezers and I basically put the foreground, which was my Monte Carlo. I put the Java ferns in the back for a background, and I put my little Anubias on a rock in the middle there for a little mid-ground plant. Alright guys, so I basically completed the tank now. I didn't think it would look this great. In my mind, I did not think it would look this great at all. But here, let me give you guys a closer look. So here it is. So I took out all the plants from the pots, as you guys can see. I'm left with this little piece of Christmas moss. I'm gonna put it in my 40-gallon in a minute. But here it is. It's a little cloudy, you know. I know there's a lot of marks on the glass. I'm definitely gonna clean that. So sorry about that. But I don't know if you can see it. There it is. There's the bonsai tree, looking good, looking good. Let me zoom out a bit. And there it is, boom. All the ferns. I planted all the ferns. My Anubias right there, the little centerpiece. And I planted, as you guys can see, I have all the little patches of Monte Carlo that I planted. I can already tell some are coming up. I'm gonna have to replant them for sure. And last but not least, I'm going to just leave the cholla woods floating on top of the tank. That way they'll eventually absorb all the water and sink down. Alright, so now there it is. And now let's get this Christmas moss back into my 40-gallon. Alright, here we are. Hey guys. See, look, they every time they see me, they're like, where the food at? Where the food at? But look, okay. I got a little bit over there, you know, hanging around, a little Christmas moss. So I'm thinking of putting this right here. Yeah, I think it'll look good right there. Just let that drop down. Yeah, because right here's a little too empty, so it'll look nice, you know, just floating around. Yeah, okay, there you go. But yeah, this is my 40-gallon. I'm definitely going to add more plants in here as well once my ferns start growing. I had the fern that I took out was right there, if you guys remember earlier, but it was starting to die, so I think the soil, the substrate needs more fertilization. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope that helped you guys learn something today. This is my first time ever doing a bonsai tree, a DIY bonsai tree at that, and I think I did pretty well. Leave a comment, let me know how I did, you know. But yeah, if you guys have any bonsai trees as well, let me know. I would love to see you guys' bonsai trees. If hopefully you guys learned how to, you know, make a bonsai tree. All you need is a little super glue, your driftwood, and some moss of your selection, and that's it. And your hands, of course. It requires a little labor, but you know, personally, I'd rather use my hands than tools. So I only use the tools for the Monte Carlo because that one was especially hard to plant. But stay tuned. Next video, I'm going to be adding bettas in this tank. Well, one betta, of course. I'm going to add my shrimp, my crystal red shrimp. So first, I'm going to get the water parameters a little more stable because right now I have no clue what they are. I don't have any fish, keep in mind. I just have some snails, and I mean, they're thriving, so I'd say the water parameters are pretty well. Last time I checked, everything was good. Nitrates were a little, you know, little high, but that's normal. Ammonia obviously is a little high as well once you start the cycle, but I added bacteria, you know, it's been about a month that it's been cycling, so it should be pretty good now. pH for sure is low thanks to the fluval substrate, the fluval stratum, and yeah, it should definitely be ready. All I need is probably some RO water and it'll be good to go. But stay tuned for that, guys, in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and most of all, if you guys like this type of content, subscribe to my channel. You know, Raf Aquatics here, and thanks for watching.